we provide you with the latest on the CF18 Replacement fleet, report on the survey on sexual misconduct in the Canadian Armed Forces, giving you an update on the Defence Policy Review, cover the Operation Impact Mission, and mark the International Day for Persons with Disabilities. Welcome back to Defence Team News. I'm Shelley Van Hoof.
And I'm Captain Shalako Smith. Here's what's going on in Defence for the week of November 28th. Last week, the Government of Canada announced that it will launch a competition to replace the legacy fleet of CF18 fighter aircraft. Defence Minister Harjit Sajjan said this will ensure the government gets the right aircraft for our women and men in uniform while maximizing economic benefits to Canadians. In addition, Minister Sajjan announced the government will immediately explore the acquisition of 18 new Super Hornet aircraft to supplement the CF-18s until the permanent replacement arrives. General Jonathan Vance, Chief of the Defence Staff, stated he is delighted that our women and men in the RCAF are embarking on a journey that assures our defence for the long term.
Canadian Armed Forces and Statistic Canada officials recently released the results pertaining to the survey on sexual misconduct in the Canadian Armed Forces in support of Operation Honour. Here's the Chief of the Defence Staff, General Jonathan Vance, discussing the findings.
When I spoke to you in August, I told you that I expected the results of this survey would be sobering, and they are. Regrettably, they are. They affirm what Madame Deschamps said in her report almost 2 years ago, and they affirm the reason why I made Operation Honour my first order as Chief of Defence Staff. Harmful sexual behaviour is a real problem in our institution. We know it, and we're trying to tackle it head on.
D&D recently released reports on public consultations to support the development of a new defence policy for Canada. The unprecedented review engaged Canadians, industry, allies, partners, parliamentarians, and other key stakeholders. Discussions focused on the main challenges to Canada's security, the CAF's role in addressing current threats and challenges, and the resources and capabilities needed to carry out the CAF mandate. Defence received over 20,000 submissions to the Defence Policy Review online consultation portal. Approximately 4,700 participants contributed their feedback in the online forum, and more than 18,000 comments and mentions were received through external web and social media. The consultation also involved 118 experts at roundtables. D&D has reviewed the input it received from these consultations, and this feedback is being used to help inform the development of Canada's new defence policy. You can visit forces.gc.ca to view the full reports.
A technical briefing was recently held updating the implementation of the Operation Impact Mission. A particular interest is the fact that the CAF has assumed the lead of the Coalition Role 2 medical facility in northern Iraq. Commanding Officer Lieutenant Colonel Moran joins us from Mosul to discuss this continued support to coalition and government of Iraq efforts in the fight against Daesh. Hello, Lieutenant Colonel, and welcome. Okay, can you describe what a Role 2 medical facility is?
A Role 2 medical facility, at its core, provides emergency surgical capabilities, and depending on the extensiveness or the extent of the operation, some other support services such as diagnostic imaging, so X-ray and laboratory, and as well as some other specialist services.
Now, how many CAF medical staff will be employed in this medical facility, and will this facility be comprised of only CAF medical personnel?
So our Canadian Role 2 medical facility here in Erbil has approximately 50 personnel. One of our surgical teams is Canadian, but we also have a Norwegian surgical team at this time, contributing to our coalition medical facility here.
Thank you very much, Lieutenant Colonel.
I'd just like to say that my team of expert medical professionals is ready to take on this very important task of providing a robust emergency medical and surgical capability here in northern Iraq in support of the fight against Daesh.
The Defence Team joins the global community to commemorate the International Day for Persons with Disabilities on December 3rd. Events and activities will take place across Defence in early December, from lunch and learn sessions to demonstrations, discussion panels, abilities fairs, and more. These are great opportunities to learn more about these issues and to recognize the achievements and valuable contributions made by members of the Defence Team who live and work with a disability. Under the theme Achieving the Future We Want, Defence Champion for Persons with Disabilities, Len Bastien, will host the national event at the NDHQ Concourse in Ottawa on December 2nd. Well, that's it for us. Thanks so much for watching.
See you next time.
for Defense Team News.